How's it going, guys? It's your boy, Hat3 Speaks, and today we're going to jump in here with Harry Chapin, Cats in the Cradle. So we had a song vote on Patreon. This actually won. And for those folks that are new to the channel or current subscribers and whatnot, there will be something a little bit special coming out soon on the channel community page. Stay tuned. I need to know what you think, and I want you to make a choice on the next couple of reactions that I'm about to come out with. So, Harry Chapin, Cats in the Cradle. Now, if you're new, be sure to bang that subscribe button, notification bell, give the video a like, give it a share. It's going to be a first time listen, first time reaction. This is the end for these wonderful, this is the video. I did record another video separately, but my microphone wasn't connected of some sort. I bid farewell. These work fine. They work absolutely fine, but with a few comments that were made, and with audio moving at a rapid pace, there's a new pair in town. So before you get to see them, be sure to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, give the video a like, give it a share, because we're going to jump in today with Harry Chapin, Cats in the Cradle. These are it. Okay, these are it. Bang these on. One sec. There we go. These are it. And hopefully, if I turn these on, we're good to go. We've got active noise cancelling. I'm hoping now I appreciate the sound much more better. So, let's jump in without further ado.
When he would come home from the road, he would show me new stuff that he'd been working on, and I'd show him some things that I'd been doing. And I showed him the poem for Cats in the Cradle, and he kind of pushed it aside, and he took more interest in a couple of other things that I'd been working on. And then after Joshua was born, he grabbed it and said, hey, I got to put music to this. So it had been written a lot earlier, but it really hit him after Joshua was born.
If it didn't happen to me so often, it would almost be awkward. But I'm used to it now because people actually want to, because I look like my dad too. They'll want to have contact with me, put their arm on my shoulder, and really try and communicate to me how it healed their relationship with their father, or it got them closer to someone they had fallen away from. It's always amazing to me because people just almost, before they even get words out, I can see a shakiness and emotion in their eyes and the way they just kind of want to close the space between me and them when I haven't even met them before, which is a tribute to my dad.
My child arrived just the other day. He came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away, and he was talking before I knew it. And as he grew, he'd say, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you.
Bye, space.
And the cat's in the cradle and a silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. My son turned 10 just the other day. He said, thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. Can you teach me to throw? I said, not today, I got a lot to do. He said, that's okay, and they walked away, but his smile never dimmed and said, I'm gonna be like him, yeah, you know I'm gonna be like him. And the cat's in the cradle and a silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, we'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. Well, he came from college just the other day. So much like a man, I just had to say, son, I'm proud of you. Can you sit for a while? He shook his head and he said with a smile, what I'd really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. See you later, can I have them, please? And the cat's in the cradle and a silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. since retired, my son's moved away. I called him up just the other day. Said I'd like to see you if you don't mind. He said I'd love to, Dad, if I can find the time.
Wow.
You see, my new job's a hassle and the kids have the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's been sure nice talking to you. And as he hung up the phone, it occurred to me he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. And the cat's in the cradle and a silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, Dad. You know we'll have a good time there. Hey, Tom Chapin, come on out here and help us do circle. Come on. I wrote this thing for you.
There you go. Wow. The irony of the song, the journey in that song, from being the person, I suppose, he was a role model, an inspiring person as a father for his young son. And he was the one saying, when I've got the time, I haven't got, basically he was just saying, I ain't got the time right now to be doing this. 10-year-old son asking father, show me how to throw a ball. He basically said, I'll come back to you later on, just carry on. At that time, his son's very carefree. It's okay, Dad, I know you're busy and whatnot. But the transition from the scales from the son wanting to spend time with his father and the father wanting to spend time with his son moved across. And at that point, the father wanted to spend more time with his son as he got older. And the son couldn't really spend as much time as he expected because he's grown up. He's got a family. He's got kids. Hence, the father now saying, damn, he's grown up just like me. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Unfortunate that he died in a car crash. It's sad. But, you know, it's one of those things in life. It has happened with an artist in the UK called Cadet. He was also killed in a car accident on his way to a concert. You know, I think he was in a cab and something happened. There was a collision. So, you know, it's one of those ones. But focusing on the music, focusing on the song, that's brilliant. It's poetry at its finest, and you could probably listen to that and you'll be tripped out of your head because it's so. It feels it feels majestic. It reminds me of a bit more of not a hippie vibe, but just the way the instruments are playing together. And he just floats. He just floats in the song, and it's relevant. I think it's relatable as well because we've all been in a position where probably as you grow older, you do want to spend, or you want to hear from your kids a bit more often and whatnot. But circumstances and what we're living in, it doesn't allow us to as much, right? So cool. I mean, that is a song for the people. It's out there. It is quite touching as well. I mean, like I said, it's relatable. You can actually think, even if your parents have gone, it was knowing somebody was always in your corner if you had that kind of relationship, or knowing there was always someone to touch base on because they seen you, they witnessed you grow up. They've seen that happen. They've seen that transition from adolescence to young adulthood, your teenage years, you know, even the toddler years as well. Do you know what I mean? The terrible twos. They've seen you progress into a grown, functioning adult for some of us. But yeah, brilliant. Guys, stay tuned and I'll catch you soon on the next one, which hopefully won't be too far away. All right, peace.